Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I am Razzle11 and you can find me on Twitter at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at some pitching for today, the 24th of July. Monday, we have a 8-game main slate. Again, on DraftKings, since that is where a majority of all my action is. Do not have any kind of weather issues by the looks of it, so it should be a nice clean day of baseball. So let's get started. Looking at the top, we look at Luis Castillo taking on the Twins again. Just faced them last week, striking out 11. Did allow a couple home runs, which has become an issue for him. Home runs are happening. The big jump in strikeouts is great to see. Obviously, we know that Minnesota strikes out a ton, so that is why. I believe he has not been as strong on the road, which is the case. But he is a minus 120 favorite in this game. So he's definitely going to be one of my favorite options. Um, may not be super heavy on him, but we'll kind of see as the day goes on. His upside should be pretty strong. You at home, where he has been better. Strikeouts are up at home. Walks are down. Does give up more home runs, which is a little odd, but that's okay. The last couple starts, he has been very strong, both on the road, coincidentally, which is good to see. K upside, Pittsburgh's offense pretty weak overall. Looking at it, you and the Padres are a minus 260 favorite, which I believe has to be the highest on the day, and it is. Uh, so you is probably going to be the chalkiest option uh, on this slate. Brios against the Dodgers. I'm not going to take on the Dodgers. Brios hasn't been as strong on the road, but he has been horrendous since his rough start to the season. It's been pretty solid over the last month to month and a half. I'm just not going to go there against the Dodgers. The Dodgers are a minus 130 favorite in that game. Game total of 9.5. So I will pass on that. I will gladly go with you or even here to Logan Allen. Against a weak Kansas City squad. Not sure, if Allen got hurt or if there's a rain delay in his one start against Kansas City, going just 3 2/3. But he did strike out 5. He's coming off of just a spectacular start against Pittsburgh. They only had him go 77 pitches, which was a little annoying. My guess is he's available for up to 90 or 95, maybe probably 90. But he is an excellent option, priced up a little bit uh, compared to where we've had him before. He's minus 195 favorite in this game, so no problems with Logan Allen. He'll probably be fairly popular as well. No interest in John Gray. Left with a leg issue, so he's left some starts, and he's just been allowing some hits, some walks. He hasn't been overly sharp for in a while. It's over a month and a half since he's had a pretty solid performance. So no real interest in him against Houston. They are a minus 115 favorite, but I just don't think we need to go there when Allen's the same price. And Kenta Maeda is 100 cheaper. I know we said that Seattle is a minus 120 favorite, but Maeda just dominated against the Seattle squad. He has been pretty bad at home in his 3 home starts, but the worst ones came back in April prior to going on the IL. Little different pitcher right now. Um, Strikeout upside is there in this matchup because Seattle strikes out a ton as well. Um, these two teams are just horrendous at putting the ball in play, basically. Um, so a lot of K upside. He's only thrown 80 pitches in each of his last 2 starts. Um, So he might be somewhat limited to the 80s for pitch total, but that's all right. I like the upside. I like the recent form for the most part. Rough start against Oakland here, where he was pretty popular, but um, I think he's definitely worth playing. Belak against Texas, he has been great at home. Um, he's had a few pretty solid starts here. I just don't think I can pick on Texas right now. Um, you kind of have to dig into the matchup a little bit more, but most likely, since I'm not playing John Gray in that game, I don't think I'm going to play Belak either on the other side. So we'll just kind of move on. Patrick Corbin, I might be considering Patrick Corbin at home here against a weak Colorado squad. In his last four starts, he has two really strong starts. One against Texas. Uh, he had a mediocre start against the Cubs, and then he was blown up by the Reds. Wide range of outcomes, obviously, with Patrick Corbin. He's a minus 140 favorite against a weak Colorado lineup. I might have some interest in him, to be honest, and it makes me feel gross. So there's no hiding that part. Graham Ashcraft has been throwing the ball really well. Strikeouts still are not there. The walks are there. I don't think I can take him. I would love to against this Milwaukee team, as you know. I try to pick on Milwaukee with pitching quite often because I really think their offense is very limited. Milwaukee is a minus 115 favorite in this game, so I just don't think I can go to Ashcraft. Uh, I really need to see the K's return consistently because he just hadn't been striking many out. Randomly had seven against San Diego, randomly was six against the Cubs, but aside from that, his strikeouts have disappeared. Not really interested in Ryan Nelson. I don't see a line for that game officially yet. Talon Ray, no thanks against Cincy. Michael Grove, even though he's favored against Toronto, I'm not interested. He has looked better in two out of his last three starts, but I'm just not interested at all. Priester had a rough debut. I don't think I'm going to him against San Diego either. Wainwright off the IL, no thank you. Yarbrough, maybe. He did have success against this Cleveland squad already. He has been better away from home, but I mean, he just doesn't have a ton of K upside either. Um, where I feel like this 21.3 against Cleveland is somewhere around his ceiling at this point. You know, it, he's not an overly strong pitcher, but I think he will draw some ownership in this one. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not really sure. And no thank you on Carl Kaufman either. So there we have it. There's kind of the first look of what I'm looking at putting in my pitcher pool this evening. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. And if you want to join us, I'll put links in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's RAZ, for 10% off your monthly. And as always, best of luck, everybody.